What's up everybody, welcome to the video. My name's Keith. Today's video is slightly different to what I normally do. So I've decided that in January I'm going to design some models and products for things that I actually need. I want to do various designs for quite a while for things that I need, and this video is going to showcase them. You can also head on to Maker World. You'll find the collection in description, so you can go on, you can download them and print them yourself if you need them too. So there's a variety of different things that I wanted to do or needed, so this is my way of trying to do that. So when I started out with the 3D printing, I wasn't that advanced in the Bambu studio, whereas now I'm getting more and more advanced so I can create more things that I need to do. So this video is going to be filmed over the month. I'm not going to do it all at the end. So this is near the beginning of the month, and then as the video goes on, I'll have different video clips coming on. So let's start with the first one, which is just finished printing. So we'll have a look at that now. This just made it look like a little box with a divide, but this is actually something for the IKEA SKADIS. Just take the supports off. There we go. And this is to hold hard drives. So the smaller 2.5 inch hard drives, this is what this is going to hold. Just another bit of support, I'll just remove that. So that's going to attach to the SKADIS, and that's going to keep my hard drives in there. So I had me 2 boxes. There's a slight line on there, which is a bit of a disappointment, but the rest of it looks okay. So I'm going to be revamping some of this charging station if you've seen the previous video, and this is the first thing. So that's going to go onto there, like so. And then if the sizings are correct, I should be able to fit 6 hard drives in here. There's 3. There we go, there's the other 3. So that fits the 6 in there nicely. There's a little bit clay available. But yeah, that is my first design of January 2026. So there we go, that's it all attached. So I'm just having a bit of a move around with this charging station. I'm trying to redesign some stuff, so I want to redesign this. These ones here I want to redesign. So that's the first step in getting it all done and just having to switch around. I think it looks good. Like I said, store 6 hard drives in there, so easy storage. Some other updates is this here, which is a flash holder for the Godox flashes. So this has 2 chargers, and these slot in and you can see the lights on each one, so you put the battery in to charge and that charges up. The old one, the way I designed it, wasn't very good. I wanted to have this so they're both together and you can actually see the lights to see when they're charging up or when they're fully charged. So that was another design. And the other one is a holder for a GoPro. So this one here, just a nice little shelf with a little mold just to fit that GoPro in, so that sits in nicely. And obviously that goes in well with the rest of the board. So a bit of a plot twist. I said I was going to try and record these as I was doing them. Unfortunately, things got in the way, but I've still been doing some stuff, so we're just going to catch up now and see the stuff that I've been doing. So we'll head over to the board behind and I'll show you some of the other things. So the other one, even though it looks a mess at the moment, is this battery charger port thing that I use for the charging station. Now the old one was a bit loose, it was a bit wide either side, so it moved quite a bit, whereas the redesigned one that I've done, I've made it smaller so it fits the battery pack in so much better. And it gives me a little bit width either side as well, so I can put other things. But that was another thing that I worked on in January to make this new charging station that I'm going to design and put together much better. So the other one I've done is this charger dock. So these were before as individual chargers, if I can, like so. So this only fit 1 charger in. Then when you put it in, there was a bit of a gap, it didn't look too good. So I've done it so you can fit both chargers in together. So as you can see there, there's like a ridge between them, so they're both stuck in the same place, which sort of gives it a bit more stability as well on the SKADIS system. So that was another one. So one of the other things as well was this poop bucket. So the one which I originally had was quite small. I think it went up to about here. So it's filled up quite quickly, and a lot of the time it wasn't really that good. So now I've redesigned it so it's much longer and it fills up more of the printer. Obviously I would have liked it up to the end of the printer, so just for purposes of having everything in line and things, but unfortunately that's what I could build on the actual plate itself, so it had to go across that way to fit on a plate anymore, and I wouldn't have been able to fit it on or print it off. But I think that's a good size. Like I said, it's keeping all the poop in there, and yeah, I think it's good. And printed off 2 of them just for the 2 A1 printers, just so there was enough space for poop when I'm doing multicolour. So I was doing a Lego box light for a Lego video, and obviously that's where the yellow, blue and white and black and stuff is. But yeah, that's another thing I've done. These are something else I've been working on as well. So this is like a fake pretend deck of cards, and they have the Magic for Beginners logo on, which is my other YouTube channel, which is all about magic. I've been creating some of these, and I'll just find the first ones. So this one here, this was the very first one I did. I wanted the logo in the center, so this bit is in the center as such, but then this looks off, so the writing, I moved further down, and also this is a bit light, so it's much lighter than the deck of cards. Then I went on to this one here, which I moved it, well, I didn't actually move the text, I had the same, put more infill, and it was still a bit light. So then I went for this one here, which is a bit more heavier, and the name is further down as well. So I think that looks much better, and that's where I come up to on it. And then I did another one, which I did another infill higher. However, there was some sort of imperfections on the print. When I was doing it, I did the initial layer height slightly thicker, because I also was going with this. So this looks more like a fake deck of cards because it has the lines that look like cards. However, the first one I did, the top layer was peeling away as such. That was the one that was printed on the bed first. So I've done this again, but then there's still some sort of imperfections, so I'm going to have to go back to the drawing board just to mess around with this. But again, this looks like a deck of cards. So it's essentially a trick. You have like the spectator choose a card, then their card gets lost in the deck, you hand them the deck, their card's on top, and then when you remove that, they're just left with this. Or you can have anything on here, so you can have like the card which the spectator is going to pick. I just have it for Magic for Beginners, which is my YouTube channel, but a lot of magicians have their logo or name, or you can even have like a bride and groom's name on there as well. But yeah, that's something that I've been designing on. Still another few tweaks to get done, but that's essentially it. So I've got all me bricks here, and then on this month I'm going to Blackpool Magic Convention, so I'll just sort of hand these out as freebies to anyone who wants any, just as a little gift. The other thing I've been working on is this right here. So this is a deck of cards, and this is a box which holds a deck of cards. Now, it may not look much, but this essentially holds your deck of cards in there, and it's the same size as a box, so you can put a box on, so it looks like a box deck of cards. So say for example you had these on the table and it looks like this deck here. Now all you have to do is pretend to pick up the deck, and you're left with the cards here, like so. So this is just a simple little idea as such, but this was created for someone, and this is what I come up with. So I measured the cards, made the inside of the box just say fit the cards. The first one I did, which I think is this one here, yeah, the fit is pretty much the same size as the cards. So when the cards went in, as you can see there, they were stuck. So that was the first one. So I went back to the drawing board, measured up again, and made it, I think it was like a couple points of millimeter different, just so that it would be able to fit the cards in. It's also at the same time the same size as a box, so I could take the bottom of the box apart, stick that to that box, then it looks like a deck of cards. So that is some of the stuff that I've been coming up with in January. There is some other stuff that I've been in the process of doing, but I've not completed them, so I've not included them in this video. Maybe if people enjoy this sort of video with things I've been creating, then I can do another video on that in the future with different stuff, but I've got loads of stuff like this to do. So the next video that's coming up should be, I don't know whether I'm going to go the Lego video or something else, but obviously there's a sneak preview of some of the Lego stuff I've been printing off as well for a video. So hope you enjoyed that. If you did, let me know in the comments below, and there should be another video on screen right now, so if you want to check that out, please do that. But until next time, see ya.